After watching my fellow classmates' videos, I would say that the issues that were and ideas that were brought forth by my fellow students meshed with my own. And I say that because we kind of all have this perspective of what gun violence really is, and I don't think we really think about how effective mental health and gun violence are together. So, um, chapter 12 mainly talks about think of the children, and I think that's one of the more important conversations that need to be held is gun violence in children. So it's right here. It's under the policy prescription. The minimum age to purchase firearms should be raised to 21. This is George Bernard Shaw talks about it, and he says, "It amazes me that society will restrict some things, such as automobile rentals, to people charging a differential rate for those under the age of 25, while we allow almost anyone to purchase a similarly deadly piece of equipment, a firearm, as soon as they hit the age of 18. In the time that I have been writing this book, firearm deaths have eclipsed deaths from car crashes as the leading cause of death for children and adolescents. Perhaps there is something that the rental car companies realize about the developing young brain that the framers of the Constitution didn't have the medical knowledge or foresight to recognize. Neuroscientists and car rental companies, however, understand that the development of the adolescent brain into its full, responsible adult form continues until nearly 25 years of age. Thus, many have proposed that all firearms should be restricted to increasingly older and older cohorts. Presently, under federal law, handguns cannot be sold by federal firearm licensed dealers to people under 21 years old. However, long guns or rifles can be purchased once a person reaches the age of 18. In many places, this includes the type of guns implicated in many of our nation's deadliest mass shootings. With the addition New York in 2022 and Colorado in 2023, 10 states now require that purchases of any type of firearms be at least 21 years old. And I think, the Raise the Age Act introduced by Representative Anthony Brown of Maryland would do that. Detractors might point out that 18 is considered the age of majority for almost everything else in the country, from military service to emancipation from parents. Public health professionals might counter with the understanding that restrictions exist on alcohol and tobacco products to people under 21, even though Americans similarly have a constitutional right to beer, wine, and whiskey, thanks to the 21st Amendment. It should be noted that the Raise the Age Act would exclude adults under age 21 who are active military or who are working in law enforcement. So then the data from the science of gun policy disappoint, though. Although minimum age restrictions on the purchase of firearms by people under 21 can decrease firearm suicides among younger people, such age restrictions won't necessarily stop firearm homicides, unintentional injuries, or mass shootings. Shouldn't we care enough about our youth to do whatever we can to assure that they can live longer, fuller lives without dying by suicide? And I think that's something that's very important to mention.